Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for joining us again today. And I hope you had a chance to watch our last episode where we told you that we were going to introduce a new artist every week. And we promised and we're delivering. So today's artist is Radhika, and she's Color Ale for me on Instagram. She's a landscape artist, and we're going to bring her on now so you can hear what she has to say.
Yes. We're going to get her in all the way from USA. We have our next artist. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi guys. Hi Akshita. Hi Jazz.
Hey Radhika, so nice to have you on our show.
Thank you so much for having me. I really feel honored.
Okay.
So Radhika, we're going to ask you a few questions, generally just about art and everything to do with art, and you can answer them as honestly as possible, and just to give a view to our viewers about what your art is all about and your journey. So the first question is, tell us about your art journey and how it started for you.
Okay. Well, I've always been that art kid growing up, and I grew up in a joint family with a lot of cousins, and I shared similar interest with art. In art with my sisters, and I've grown up seeing my mom creating her creations. She's specialized in hand embroidery and machine embroidery. So I think that sort of instilled that creative bug in me. And I never really took up art seriously when I was in school. So I had school, and then I graduated, I completed my engineering. I was doing a 9-to-5 job. I did not take my art seriously at that time. It was only until, I moved here to US, which was about 3 years back, that I found myself in a place where I had a lot of free time for myself. And I thought, that was the time I thought maybe I should really invest in myself, and slowly started learning art. And I stumbled upon a lot of Instagram artists, work. And that's where I really got inspired, and here I am.
That is amazing. I mean, most artists, they always have like a general 9-to-5 life, and really all they want to do is paint and draw.
Yeah.
Right.
That's amazing. How do you seek art opportunities or opportunities? Do you have if you want to do something major, how do you seek that out? Do you promote yourself?
Yeah, so Jazz, right now what I'm really doing is I'm really improving my skills so that I come to a point where I can be seen as a bona fide artist. I'm not really into the art business right now, because I'm actually not allowed to be having an art business in the place where I am.
I feel you.
So hopefully
I feel you.
Hopefully there will be a day soon where I have the opportunity to convert this into a full-time business. And in the journey, I see a lot of brands reaching out to me for either paid promotions or just a promotion in turn. So when I was in India, I did offer my services in the form of workshops and art brand promotions. But when I'm in the US soil, I'm not really supposed to be doing that. So I'm just hoping someday I'll get to a point where, I turn myself into a full-time artist like you are, Jazz.
Oh no, I'm not full-time.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just paint every day now because there's nothing else we can do because we're not at work. So I don't have a choice but to paint to keep me sane, but I wish I was a full-time artist.
At least we have art to rely on during times like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So my next question is, how do you plan your art or your paintings?
Good question, Jazz. It's
I think everyone wants to know this, like from an artist for sure. Like, how do we start off?
So I think it's very important that you stay inspired, and you can find inspiration everywhere. And the most cliched answer to where you find inspiration is nature, right? And I think, when you are constantly exposing yourself to uh, Instagram posts and seeing artists, put up varied forms of art every now and then, I think that really pushes you, or it makes you want to paint like them or be like them,
Mm,
or gain skills like that they have.
mm, mm,
So I guess any artwork that you create, it cannot be like 100% original.
Correct.
Everything will be inspired from, maybe you create one artwork, it's
someone.
probably inspired from 10 other things.
Correct.
You may pick, say, mountains from this artwork, or pine trees from that artwork, or you just collate all of it and create your masterpiece.
Correct.
So I think it's important that you expose yourself to you know um, different art forms and learn from masters. So yeah, and then create your own masterpiece.
True.
That is so true. Amazing. Does your opinion of your artwork change the longer you look at it? So if you've created an art piece and you love it and then you hate it, or you hate it and then you love it, does that happen to you?
Yeah, it does. Of course, I think it happens with all of us. You go like, suppose you think you've created something like really nice, and you're like, oh wow, I'm so proud of myself for having creating this. And then you take it to another person, and he or she gives you another perspective of it.
Yeah.
Which you may or may not agree on.
Correct.
And then when you get these suggestions and points from others, you start doubting yourself even more. And you're like, oh yeah, maybe I could have done it this way or that way. But the truth is, however that you do it, right, it's your artwork, and you have to love it. However
Of course.
good or bad it is, you have to love it.
Yeah.
I guess mistakes are what really takes you ahead, right?
Correct.
You learn from them.
Yeah. I'll give you an example of this one. The fact that somebody else's perspective. I did the jalebis recently, the post, and my daughter came down and she's like, oh, Mom, cinnamon rolls. And I was like, no, it's jalebi.
But no, that's true. Each person's perspective, I agree.
Yeah. And the last two questions. How would you describe a day in your life? How do you start your day? What do you do all day? Are you working?
Just, I was working. I think I worked for like 7 years of my life before I moved here. So I didn't really have time then. Life was busy at that time. So once I moved here, I really, really was in a place where I had a lot of time for myself. And I really had to, be conscious of how I spend my time, what I learn, and, how I grow as a person. So my day now basically is, of course, painting occupies most of the time. And I am into yoga. I, thanks to my husband, he's really been pushing me to, be a little health conscious. So I'm into yoga, and I paint almost like maybe 3 hours a day. It wouldn't be every day though. It would probably, like, I would paint 3 to 4 days in a week, because you can't really sit every morning. You can't really sit and come to the desk and be like, oh, I'm going to paint a masterpiece today. You cannot be inspired every single day. Although you can hope to be inspired every single day that you live. Yeah, that's how my day goes.
That's amazing. I mean, we talked about this in our last episode, didn't we, Akshi? That you can't paint every day. You can't just because you have to, the pressure. But then you feel like you want to. You open the app, Instagram, and you see everyone's posting. Then you go, okay, maybe I'll quickly put something up and post it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's lovely. I mean, It's nice what you do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And my last question to you is, how does social media make you feel?
um, well, let's talk about the bad part. Okay, first. So the first thing is, you start comparing yourself, like the very instant you see maybe your favorite artist or your peers or your competitors post, right? You start comparing and you're like, oh my god, she or he has this picture and I don't really think that it's that good, but he has like some 50,000 likes. How does that happen? And then you start doubting your skills, your creativity, and you're like, am I really that good, or am I really that bad? Right? That happens to, I think, all of us.
True.
But I don't, the thing is, you shouldn't really be letting this affect you, right? Otherwise it's just going to hamper your creativity.
But sometimes, Rads, I really feel like it is easier said than done. At least
Right.
this thing is very, like, it's something that even I feel, but sometimes it's just that it does affect. It just, unconsciously or whatever you say, it just does affect.
It does affect. Yeah, I know it does affect.
It demotivates you, it discourages you.
Yeah.
You feel very low. You feel like you're not good enough.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people say, oh, you've got all these followers, but you've only got so many likes.
Correct.
So
Right.
it's just never ending.
It's never ending. But I guess that's just part and parcel of any brand, or
Field,
any art struggle, any field, right? And I also feel that, since we have social media now, I think we're very lucky. Our generation and the generations to come, they're very lucky that we have a platform like Instagram, Facebook, all these
Pinterest,
social media
YouTube,
platforms, right?
all of
Exactly.
them,
Yeah, and it gives you it gives you exposure as well.
True.
However small or big it is, you do have an exposure through social media.
Correct.
Right? We are lucky. It was not like this back in the day. Right.
And that's all for my questions. Thank you so much. And that was really good and informative. Thank you.
Yes, it was. So, Rads, how was it for you? Because now we're going to have some fun questions. So how was this information segment for you? I hope you...
It's fun, actually. I really enjoyed. I think we should do this more, Let's take it offline.
Yeah. Okay, so now moving forward, now we're gonna have like this small word association game with you, and this is, though Jazz being the first person you going through this game, I gave her more than 5 seconds, but you're not getting more than 5 seconds to think for a word. So I'm gonna give you a word, and immediately whatever word comes to your mind, word, person, artist, brand, anything, you just have to blurt it out.
Okay. Do I get a gift for this?
I'll send something for you. I'll send. Okay, so you ready?
Yeah.
Let's start. So your first word is love.
Family.
Happiness.
Painting.
Okay. Creativity.
Divine.
Imagination.
I'm taking more time for this. Can run wild.
Strength.
Confidence.
Can. Okay, fun. 2 fun ones. Copyright.
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
You have to say something.
All artworks are copyrighted.
And last, Instagram algorithm.
To hell with it.
I like that.
Yeah, Instagram can be difficult, but I don't think art is.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's from my end. That's all that we have for you. But thank you so much for being a part of this show,
Thank you
and
so much for calling me.
and and giving us so much information and letting us know your art journey and letting viewers know about your art journey. Thank you so much. So Jazz,
Thank
you have
you.
anything to say?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so humbled and grateful that I met you guys, you know, on Instagram last year.
Yeah.
And it's so inspiring to see your posts every day, every other day, you know. And just like you say, you know, you get inspired, I get inspired by you guys, and it's so lovely to have met you, Radhika, and so nice to know what you do, what you're about, what your art is, what you think, how you think as an artist.
Yeah.
It's very you're very down to earth, and that's a good thing,
Yes.
because some
Okay.
artists can have their head in their clouds because, you know, they're doing it and they're making it, and it's good to be grounded.
True. True.
Those
So
are such
hats off
sweet
to you.
words, Jazz. Thank you so much. I'm
I
really,
mean
really
them.
honored, humbled. Thanks a lot for having me, guys.
Thank you
Oh, thank
so
you.
much. Thanks a lot. And thank you guys for joining us. And do subscribe to our channel and do follow all of us on Instagram. And we have YouTube channels, so do check it out. We are going to put all the information down in the descriptions. And yes, please like, subscribe, and share and comment all that love that you'll have for us. Thank you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.